Today in this video, we're going to be going over the new GV update. What's new in 1.12.0? Added 14 new cars, 24 individual cars / trims added. The 1996 Chevlon Captain WSP, the 1996 Chevlon Captain, the 1996 Chevlon Antelope SS, the 1996 Newcar Deluxe, the 2008 Celestial Type 1, the 2013 Celestial Type 1, the 2014 Celestial Type 4, the 2014 Celestial Type 6, and the 2014 Celestial Type 7. You also have the 2021 Elysion Slick Sedan, the 2022 Celestial FCT, the 2022 Celestial Type 5, and the 2022 Celestial Type 7. I might be wrong on this, but I believe these are the first ever 2022 cars in Greenville. Updated some models in-game with new trims / rims and colors. 2001 Falcon Prime Eques P71 Sheriff has 2 new trims. The 2017 Chevlon Apex had a refresh, I believe, and new trims. The 2021 Celestial Type 4, and the 2021 Elysion Hobby. In total, 18 cars updated / added, 36 individual cars / trims. Added a Celestial outlet in the strip mall, which is basically kind of a dealership where you can pre-order things and stuff. It's next to Just Buy. Added a steering sensitivity option in settings. Got out of the car and get it back in to apply the changes. Added generated plates to plop cars. So now we had working license plates before on cars, but now there's also working license plates on prop cars. So let's get into it. So for some reason I can't scroll. First car that was added was the 2022 Celestial Type 7, the long range trim for $90,000, and the performance for $300,000. Now this is so expensive because it's actually the Plaid edition. So comes with these rims, Turbine 2.0, Arachnid 2.0, and Cyberstream. Here it is spawned out. This is the long range trim. Here's a startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are our running lights, our headlights. Our running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, our hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Our next car that was added is the 2022 Celestial Type 5 with the long range trim for $78,000 and the Plaid performance for $500,000. Comes with the following rims: the Tempest rims, the Arachnid 2.0 rims, the Twin Turbine rims, the Black Arachnid rims, and the Twin Turbine Dark rim. Here it is spawned out. This is the long range trim. Here's a startup. Here's how it sounds. Running lights, our headlights. Our running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, our hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Our next car that was added is the 2022 Celestial FCT, and it comes with one trim, the FCT trim, for $2 million with the base model rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the FCT trim, and fun fact, in the back here, there's actually a button where you can open the cover, just like that. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are our running lights. Here are our headlights. Running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, our hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Sorry if some of the update review is at night. Currently the admin commands don't work, so I cannot change the time, so apologies for that. Our next car is the 2021 Elysion Slick Sedan with the LX trim for $21,250, the EXL trim for $25,600, the Touring trim for $28,300, the Sport trim for $23,050, and we have some rims, the 5-spoke hubcaps, the dark 5-spoke, the 5 twin-spoke, the 5 twin-spoke dual tone with red accent, the 5-spoke dual tone, the dark 5-spoke dual tone, the 5 twin-spoke dual tone, the dark 5-spoke with green accent, the dark 5-spoke with blue accent, the dark 5-spoke with red accent, the 5 twin-spoke alt, the 5-spoke hubcaps, and the dark 5-spoke. Now, I believe this car has the most rims options out of any car in Greenville, but I could be wrong on that. Here it is spawned out. This is the LX trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are our running lights, our headlights, our running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, our hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn test. Here's the speed test. I just noticed that I have a Gabe plate on here, so I don't think I'm ever going to sell this because it basically says Gabe on the back. Our next car that was added is the 2021 Elysion Hobby with the LX trim for $25,350, the EXL hybrid trim for $33,150, the EX hybrid trim for $30,560, the EX trim for $28,860, the Touring trim for $37,500, the Touring hybrid trim for $37,500, and we have some rims, the 5-spoke two-tone, and the Touring. Here it is spawned out. This is the LX trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are our running lights. Here are our headlights. Running lights in the back when the headlights are on. Our brake lights. Our hazards. And our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Our next car is the 2021 Celestial Type 4. Now, this only has some updated trims, so I don't think I will be buying it. We already have the standard trim, but they added the Performance Refresh trim for $53,450 with the Sport V2 rims, and the standard refresh trim for $37,000 with the Aero V2 rims. Yeah, they just added these refreshes, which basically is just with the dark trim. Our next car is the 2017 Chevlon Apex. So they basically refreshed the Apex entirely with the LS trim for $13,500, the LT trim for $18,000, the LT Midnight Edition trim for $23,500, the Premier trim for $25,700, and yeah, we have some rims here, the 5 twin spoke, the Midnight, the Premier, and yeah. Here to spawn out is the LS trim. Here's a startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are our headlights. Running lights in the back when the headlights are on. Our brake lights. Our hazards. And our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Our next car is the 2014 Celestial Type 7, the only trim option of the base model for $57,000. We have a few rim options, the Proto rims, the Helix rims, and the base rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the base model trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are running lights, headlights, running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. Our next car is the 2014 Celestial Type 6 with the base model trim for $32,000 with the base model rims and the Aero rims. Here it is spawned out. This is the base model trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. There are running lights, our headlights, running lights in the back when the headlights are on, our brake lights, our hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. The 2014 Celestial Type 4 comes in one trim, the base model trim for $28,000 with the aero rims and the base rims. Here it is spawned out. This is the base model trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are the running lights, headlights, running lights in the back when the headlights are on, brake lights, hazards, and the reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. The 2013 Celestial Type 1 comes in a few trims, the Sport trim for $100,000 and the Sport CF trim for $120,000 with the default rims. Here it is spawned out. This is the Sport trim. Here's a startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are the running lights, headlights, running lights in the back when the headlights are on, brake lights, hazards, and our reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. 2008 Celestial Type 1 comes in two trims, the base trim for $50,000 and the Sport trim for $75,000 with the default rims. Here it is spawned out. This is the base model. Here's how it sounds. I also have an XD plate for some reason. Here are the running lights. Here are the headlights. Running lights in the back when the headlights are on. Brake lights. Hazards. And the reverse lights. Here's the horn. Here's the speed test. We also have some new trims that are added to the 2001 Falcon Prime Eques P71 Sheriff, the K9 trim for $10,500, and the Sheriff Classic trim for $10,500. Here to spawn out, this is the new Sheriff Classic trim. Here's how the livery looks. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. There are headlights. Our running lights in the back when the headlights are on. Brake lights. Hazards, reverse lights, and our police lights. Here are the sirens. I will not be doing a speed test as this has already been reviewed in one of my update reviews. Our next car is the 1996 Newcar Deluxe with the wagon trim for $22,500 and the sedan trim for $24,000 with the multi-wired dish rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the wagon trim. Here's how it sounds. Dang! Sorry, that's a really good startup. Here's how it sounds. Headlights. Run lights in the back when the headlights are on. Our brake lights. Hazards. And our reverse lights. Here's the horn. This is a really cool car. Here's the speed test. spun out there. Our next car that was added was the 1996 Chevlon Captain WSP with the WSP alternative trim, the WSP trim, and the WSP slick top trim, all for $15,000. Here's a look spawned out. This is the WSP alternative trim. Talk about a reverse squat. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here's the headlights. Warning lights in the back when the headlights are on. Our brake lights. Hazards. And our reverse lights. Here are the police lights. Here are sirens. Here's a speed test. This thing's wobbly. These braking tests are going to be interesting with the Impala, as it cannot brake at all. Ramp test. Our next car is the 1996 Chevlon Captain with the sedan trim for $18,500 and the wagon trim for $20,750. We have the multi-spoke dish rims, the 5-spoke dish rims, and the multi-wired dish rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the sedan trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Yes, all these basically have the same tune. We have the headlights. Warning lights in the back when the headlights are on. Hazards. Brake lights. And reverse lights. Here's the horn test. Here's the speed test. Our next car that was added is the 1996 Chevlon Antelope SS with the sedan trim for $37,000 and the wagon trim for $42,500 with the 5-spoke dish rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the sedan trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are headlights. Our running lights in the back when the headlights are on. Our brake lights. Our hazards. And our reverse lights. Here's the horn test. Speed test. Our next car that was added is the 1996 Brawnson Kingston with the wagon trim for $30,550, and it comes with the multi-spoke dish rims. Here's how it looks spawned out. This is the wagon trim. Here's the startup. Here's how it sounds. Here are the headlights. Run lights in the back when the headlights are on. Brake lights. Hazards. And our reverse lights. Here's the horn test. Here's the speed test. Now let's get into the non-vehicle updates in this update. Now before we go over our first update, they actually redid the command bar, and it now shows up on the bottom right there. It says Greenville admin 1.0.0, and it's currently broken, but you just type a command and it's pretty simple. Finally stays there, so your command saves and you don't have to click off of it. So they added a Celestial dealership, kind of. It's more of like a business place where you can pre-order things. So yeah, we have a sign right there. And in here, we have the new 2022 Tesla Model S. We have some pearl whites, some colors here, some material options here. I don't know why there's like oak wood here, but I guess you can get that on a Tesla. That might be for interior though. We also have a wheel wall here with all the Tesla rims that are pickable. And we also have a new coffee machine. This is in many other buildings in Greenville, but it's now in the Tesla workplace. We have a nice red keyboard here with a very nice iMac. We have some more iMacs back here with some red keyboards. Nice chair seating area. We have a bathroom back here with a Dyson hand dryer, toilet, toilet paper, sink, and of course a mirror. We have a back door here that leads to the back with a nice Jetta. This Jetta isn't part of the update, it's just a prop car. But we can also move on to the actual next part of the update, which, for example, can be on the Jetta, is we now have license plate text on prop cars. Now, this wasn't here before, but we now have it. Now, the license plate text is also randomly generated with the prop cars. We also happen to have a Jetta right here as well, so that's interesting. If you guys can find some funny license plate text on prop cars, please let me know, as it is way easier to look at randomly generated prop cars than to buy and rebuy cars. We got LLL here. Yeah, that's just some examples right there of some interesting text there. Now our next update is actually in the settings here. You go to the settings, gear icon right here, and you actually have steering speed. Now, I have it set to fast, and fast looks like this. Then you get out and set it to slow, looks like this, and medium, which looks like this. And yeah, that is it for this Greenville update. I really hope you guys enjoy my update reviews. If you enjoy my update reviews, please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Only takes 2 clicks, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.